Hey guys, what is going on? RedMaster here, and welcome back to an episode of Cards and Castles TV commentary, where we've got some good matches lined up for you. I will kind of spoil it here and now, just as a little setup to our first matchup. We do have the current number one player in the game, UnhlpfulYoda, in action today, so that should be a nice watch. Yeah, I guess I didn't really have any other opening for that. I just thought it'd be cool to open it up with that as a little warning spoiler, maybe. Or maybe I would have thrown in the title by now. Anyway. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into match number one and get this show on the road. Alright, so our first match is going to be our ranked 1 player, UnhlpfulYoda, as we, just mentioned, taking on Lich Tracker, what appears to be a mirror matchup, a little Pirate Crusader v Pirate Crusader. We'll go ahead and jump in. I assume it's school on both sides, since I don't see it really being anything else. I mean, we can't really tell from Lich's side right now, but we can't see Yoda's hand, so we'll see. Lich started things off with a Salahar Rider. Yoda responded with Lumberjack, so again, standard stuff right now. We can't really tell. There's a school from Lich, though, so we can assume, or at least now this pretty much guarantees that Lich is going to be running school, but meanwhile, Yoda still hasn't revealed quite what he's playing yet. And, yeah, I mean, school mugging should be a decent opening. We'll see what happens. Elvish Thief comes out from Yoda, so mugging to meet that thief from Lich. And good awareness, too, that he's got 3 gold, so he actually does set up nicely for RedMaster as well, if he wants to play that next turn. School, though, from Yoda, so okay, both playing school, it seems like, with the mirror matchup. Metal plus Master Thief to get that school a little bit, at least start getting a little bit more draw for Yoda's side. RedMaster from Lich going to be a pain for you to deal with unless, maybe something like a Murder or a Dagger Storm, which he does have. So, yeah, I mean, that was kind of obvious. I set that one up way too obvious. But anyway, bleeding out RedMaster, very nice from Yoda. He's able to set up nicely again with a Con Artist to, again, just reinforce the school draw. And honestly, if you are playing a greed deck, Con Artist is probably a very good choice for you to invest in if you, don't have that already in your school deck. I mean, combo of gaining 1 gold, the awaken of gaining 1 gold, as long as you have, school out, you're getting a lot of draw out of this unit. So, personal opinion, if you're running school and don't already have Con Artist, try investing in him just a little bit. But anyway, moving on, Lich is going to have a difficult time I guess, pick himself up here because he doesn't have 6 gold, so the Southport School combo not able to really work out. He's going to throw the Southport out to block. However, at this stage, that is susceptible to a, Blacksmith or Armory from Yoda's side, which we do see right there, the Armory going down, meaning Master Thief is going to be able to cleanly trade, and of course, Connor just hits face, giving Yoda yet another card from the school. He can't really do anything with 1 gold, though, it seems, so it looks like he can pass, and of course, a little weird hobble placement to kind of keep things going. If you are running a school deck, it's important to kind of use cards where you can, so your hand doesn't kind of clog up and stop drawing. Just kind of it keeps cycling through, even if the cards aren't optimal, or at least their play isn't like at the optimal point. Like that hovel, might not have been the best placement for it. But Yoda did recognize that he needed to get some cards out of his hands so he can keep this draw going. So he decides to throw out the hovel when he had the opportunity. So anyway, going back, looks like Lich is going to play the Robins, which kind of confuses me a bit in the play. I mean, I personally would have, well, how much gold did he have there? Just want to quickly. He did have 8 there, yeah. So he could have theoretically played the Craxus, killed off the Connors, got himself a little more draw. I understand, though, that he wants to kind of build up with school a little bit to try and start, gaining, playing a little bit of catch-up, if you will. But Craxus would have been more immediate than school, and school would have been susceptible to, something else. Well, maybe not in Pirate Crusader, necessarily. I mean, Reclaim, but who runs Reclaim? My point is, I probably would have played the Craxus here, not the Robins, but I can see what the mentality is that you want to start building up your school, because you are behind and your opponent already has a full school going. So Master Thief, School of Knowledge, going to be the play there from Lich, and of course he positions himself right for a Castle Strike. Rat, of course, spawning down, not up, so not able to really intercept that Master Thief. However, 2 captains going to go ahead and run out. Rat repositioning itself to make itself more of a threat, and of course goes back to Lich. So Lich was able to get a school successfully off. However, he does play the Kraxus and Armory combination here, and yeah, that's a big chunk out of Kraxus. 6 health. So basically being covered by the armor here, and that is, again, goes to show the power of Southport Captain's repost. But I probably would have maybe played the Connor's Master Thief combo there. Even though, I mean, I would have let probably those captains come in and do a little bit of damage, and maybe use Kraxus on the 2/2 rat, whereas he's not going to get as hurt. But of course, not the case here. He did go for the immediate draw by hitting the captain. That does make Kraxus pretty weak, though. Master Thief comes back out, or at least another one to, of course, draw a little bit more out of school. And, of course, it throws it back to Yoda, who does take advantage of the situation, goes ahead and plays a swordsman, as you can see there. That's going to some big value. Not only doesn't it not only blocks Kraxus from draw, but, of course, takes out the Master Thief as well. And, of course, Yoda looking to hurt Lich's buildings with that captain placement, looking to move in, do a lot of damage here. Lumberjack, though, going to kill off that swordsman quickly and efficiently. Gets a little Merchant's Favor action for some more potential draw. Priest and Connors looking to get in the way of these oncoming units. Yoda, however, executes that Connors. He's not looking for, or at least Yoda's not going to let Lich get any more draw, or at least any draw from school. Of course, Captain trades with the Priest. Rats start to hit the face. And, of course, this would have been a great opportunity to now bring out Kraxus and start rebuilding a little bit here, because these rats wouldn't have bypassed the armor. But I kind of, the situation might have called for it. But anyway, not my game. Let's go ahead and continue on forward. Here would be a great opportunity to set up for a Drymoth, but of course Lich does not take it, it seems, opting to just play the Tarius, which is a sketchy move considering that that rat is right there, and cards like Mugging exist, which will take Loremaster right out of the equation. So that was pretty much a wasted turn off of Lich. Of course, a rat comes up, hits the castle again, Rat Hovel, just again kind of keep things cycling a little bit, and Lich, back to his turn, not able to throw out a Drymoth thanks to his choice of not investing gold. However, Parrot Rush in his hand, Merchant's Favor as well to get a little bit of draw. Connor's the perfect draw, actually. Not only does it clear the rat, but it gives more gold for some more draw. And, of course, the parrots come out thanks to that, +4 invest. Inspire comes out, Questing Knight and Master at Arms into the hand. Questing Knight looking to take out that little rat there, as you can see. And, of course, all these parrots rush forward. Maybe not the smartest move. Again, we do know Yoda carries Swordsman in this deck, so that does provide some value for Swordsman if he has it. Although Robin's looking to come out now, a second one, if you will. Mugging to weaken one of those parrots. Rat to trade, or at least actually kill off that one parrot. Armory being killed off by the Robin, so more draw and gold at pretty much no cost to Yoda. And of course, more in terms of gold as the second Robin hits another parrot. Kraxus comes out, hits another parrot, so even more draw. And at this point, we see Lich can't really, he knows he can't build up any sort of comeback from this, so the win will go to Yoda. So, not bad. I do kind of feel a little bad because I think I was actually pretty much harping on a lot of plays that were made on Lich's side. I didn't necessarily agree with all of them. I kind of saw where he was coming from for most of them, but again, I just don't think some of the cards were played at the right time to make more of a comeback. Although, again, we're no stranger to this. Once school kind of gets on the board and once it gets going, it's pretty hard to shut down, not only because of how much gold and how much, draw the opponent is getting from the school, but the amount of just bigger creatures, Kraxus, Robins, things like that, they start getting on the board, it starts becoming overwhelming, and things kind of go south pretty quickly. But overall, a great matchup for Yoda, or at least a great win for Yoda, and of course, showing why he's got his #1 position on the board. Although I don't think it's this deck that he has it with. I think maybe, I don't know what deck it could possibly, I think someone told me it was a Viking Druid that he got to first place. But anyway, maybe we'll see that deck sometime on another matchup. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our second matchup and see what happens there. Alright, for that second matchup, it is going to be Zhaans Bane taking on Bobo88. So again, We see that beautiful Warlock Crusader. Honestly, no surprise to see it pop up. Going up against a Viking Crusader. And of course, this could be, in the form of dragons, War Party, Freeze. We'll have to see momentarily. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the match started. I don't exactly know what variant Bobo might be running here. Looks to be Last Will, or it could be a, more burn variant, but we'll see in time. Both lumberjacks, or at least a lumberjack apiece, coming out for both players. Going to be not necessarily a clean trade here, as Priest comes out from Bobo. So, lumberjack going to survive the trade with his brother, and of course, gives Zaan a little more to kill. And of course, Faithful Drake comes out, has to finish off that lumberjack. It does actually present a great trading opportunity for Bobo. We'll see if he takes it. He's actually going to go ahead and fear the Faithful Drake back, it looks like. So, opening up a little bit of castle damage for him, and of course, with that, you can assume he's got the mentality of he wants some castle damage rather than unit trading, so this might be more of a burn control deck. We'll see, though, if that actually can manifest itself. Horseman looking to snipe off Ice Drake, I believe, and he's going to get more castle damage. Honestly, not really bad. He could have, I guess, honestly, he could have gone either way. Does present some small lightning value to Zhaans in the form of that Horseman placement, though. However, Zhaans goes ahead and lays out a Green Drake. And by now, you could probably tell that Zhaans is running Dragon, which, of course, I'm not the biggest Dragon advocate out there. They do have their, strengths. We'll see if things like Dragon Siege come out. Lately, that's been more of a thing when you're playing dragons, surprisingly enough. Just kind of building up these big dragons to just stomp right through your opponent. So we'll see if he can pull off that sort of big dragon combination in some form or another. Although it looks like it's going to be difficult because we can see now Disintegrate onto that Ice Drake will burn off Green Drake's buff, presenting him for a Flamestorm kill with the assist from Headless Horseman. So I don't know, I'm a little stuck in my throat there. Anyway, Lore Master Tarius, so hopefully more draw coming in Zaan's direction. We'll see how that works out. Grendel looking to threaten that Tarius, though, or the castle. Either one works for Bobo, I believe. However, Lore Master looking to hit that Grendel. He's not afraid because he got the Rune Warrior back up. Going to go ahead, get smacked by Rune Warrior, and does actually buff Lore Master, so that can ensure he will be sticking around for a little while longer. Blue Firebolt, though, from Bobo, looking to pretty much, hopefully clean off Tarius. You got to get the Chaotic Storm hit on that Tarius first. However, it does not get a Chaotic Storm Bolt. Not even one on Tarius, so Tarius looking to make himself more useful here in this matchup. Dragon Temple in the back. Fire Drake comes out from, I believe, a Past Dragon Search. I think I might have missed that card. Anyway, Drain Life, a special place in my heart, always for Drain Life. Go ahead and gets Lore Master Tarius out of the game. Shaman, the buff goes on Cleric. Cleric looking to block the Fire Drake. However, that's not really, I guess, a block, because now Fire Drake can fly right past that Cleric and do some flame damage, some explosive damage, if you will. And, of course, Sniper, Dragon Knight, and Faithful Drake looking to continue the pressure just a little bit. Cleric hits the Fire Drake, so he does get some heals on himself. Kraxus kills off the Fire Drake. Now without doing some more explosion damage to himself, though. Salahar Rider moving up as well. And I don't agree with that position, because of course lightning does exist, and we do see Storm Strike plus Lightning Blade on this Faithful Drake. Going to do a total of 5 chain damage all around, so no Kraxus, no Salahar Rider, and 5 damage to face, not to mention the 2 from Dragon Knight, which will be slightly mitigated by the Cleric heal. Sniper looking to take out Shaman, and of course that Dragon Knight actually delivering the blow makes this game even at 9-9. And honestly, there's not really a lot of room for Bobo to come back, I would assume. We got a Frog Prince, and we got a Blue Firebolt. The Blue Fire could deal with the Sniper. It could deal with, looks like the Faithful Drake, one of the bigger ones, if that's any indication. Although the second Blue Firebolt going on Sniper. Tarius going down as well. So I'm thinking maybe Bobo wants to find a Flamestorm to get some more draw. Maybe looking for heal as well. Although Faithful Drake, Dragon Knight, Kraxus has the exclamation point. I think that's going to just about do it. Plus Salahar Rider as well, because why the hell not? And yeah, I mean, there's really not a lot of room here. Disintegrate on the Dragon Knight. Frog Prince comes out. He could, I mean, that's some odd placement. I mean, he could have blocked, I get, the incoming forces. I mean, he had Resolve, so I mean, he certainly had the ability to somewhat block himself, maybe preserve himself another turn, but I think that was the end because, you have the threat of Salahar getting a Lightning Blade to end the game, Kraxus moving in if you're not really paying attention. I think he needed a unit there, and ultimately that did not come out for him. So, ultimately, a good win for Zhaans Bane, showing why Lightning is still a very, very scary ability in this game, and giving the Dragon some love, which is always appreciated. But with that being said, we still have one more match to get to, so let's go ahead and jump into that one right now and see what we've got in store. Alright, and for our final match, our old friend Lich is back at it, from the first game. I actually didn't realize that he was in the second matchup until, as I was kind of getting the footage for this, and I'm like, oh, Lich. Well, I'm pretty sure no one would mind seeing you twice. So we'll see if he can redeem himself, looking to be a bit of a redemption story here, taking on Wrackem. Colors that we haven't seen yet today, Warlock Pirate taking on Druid Pirate, so a little bit of love on both sides of Pirate, I guess. Dwarven Sharpshooter, though, from Lich, so we'll see if he makes use of that. Not sure what Wrackem's playing. Pirate Warlock could be a couple things. Maybe more towards the undead side, though, I want to assume. Lumberjack going to go ahead and swipe one at the castle. Master Thief and Lumberjack number 2 come out. So overall, Lich's deck looking to be more of an aggressive early start here. We'll see how that pays off for him. Metal Bravery from Wrackem brings out the Acolyte. Alright, not bad. I can assume maybe more definitely towards the undead side then, if we see cards like Acolyte coming out. Although Lich actually not really backing down. He throws the Sharpshooter out, and of course moves in all of his units more aggressively here. Acolyte going to go ahead and kill off that Master Thief, as well as play an Unholy Altar. Zombie 2, I guess, kind of hang out and chill out, not to get killed off by Sharpshooter, I imagine. Although Bestial Rage has become very annoying. Acolyte being weakened by the Sharpshooter shot, being taken out by the Lumberjack, and of course not being able to deal castle damage since the Rampage can't deal castle damage upon the second hit. So opting to take out the Acolyte, probably more of the smarter choice in my opinion. You do want to hit spawners relatively quickly before things get out of hand, or they can get buffed later on. They can become an even stronger problem. But anyway, that being said, I believe what else was just thrown out? Elvish Thief. Yes, that's right. So Elvish Thief looking to threaten that Unholy Altar, I believe. And of course, Banshee coming out as well. Plus some help of some zombies to clear out these Lumberjacks. Although that will give Lich a couple more cards to supplement his dying hand. And we do see a scummy combination in there. Dwarven Scope on Dwarven Sharpshooter. So, of course, watch as he can just sit back and hit that castle like it's no man's business. And of course, Elvish Thief looking to move up one again to threaten the Unholy Altar just a little bit. Although an Elvish Thief from Wrackem will trade with that other thief, so thief for thief, if you will. And of course, back to Lich. He does have some options here in terms of what he wants to hit, but Bear Hog going to come out now, do a little bit of damage to both zombies, and of course, the Sharpshooter. I probably would have assumed he would hit Castle first. Maybe that was just a mind blank. Maybe something that's out of, into just instinct, if you will. Just kill off the unit. But he probably could have gotten a castle shot in there before he killed off the Banshee. But we'll see if that haunts him later on. Who knows? Who knows? The Wolf going to come out now as well. He's got the extra gold. Why not? We do see the Pack of Wolves in here as well, plus Ancient Arbor. So honestly, not really sure what kind of deck Lich kind of brung forth here. I mean, the Sharpshooter Dwarven Scope combination is certainly something, but, this Druid support, I don't exactly know what the idea is behind this. Anyway, Vampire from Wrackem looks like, so looking to threaten that Sharpshooter finally. Ancient Arbor comes out. Wolf runs down. So there goes Lich's big advantage in the matchup, as I imagine Vampire going to come in and chomp that bastard down. Yep, there he goes, but by 5 range. And that does put Lich in an interesting position. How does he go from here? What is his plans? Ancient Arbor looking to hit the Vampire, though. Pack of Wolves comes out. I believe one wolf will trade with a zombie. It does. And, of course, all the other wolves being brought out as well. Lining up for some deadly swordsman combo potential, but I don't believe he's got it. Elvish Thief comes out. Yeah, no, definitely doesn't have it. Of course, wolves being chomped down just a little bit here. Although, I mean, buff wolves are nice. I mean, we saw they weren't able to really get killed off in the way that Wrackem wanted to. Maybe he kind of instinctively pushed that through, but he is leaving some of these wolves alive, or pretty much leaves all the units alive just barely by 1. Maybe he's got a Flamestorm, Not really sure. Anyway, one of the wolves goes ahead, finally finishes that unholy altar. Bear Hog comes in, Windfall as well. Of course, one of those wolves trading into a zombie, clears up the castle, buffs all remaining beasts, including the new Bear Hog and Griffin. Arbor swipes up, Wolf picks off another zombie, and throws it back to Wrackem. Wrackem to go ahead and finish off the Arbor. I don't think that was the move, Chief. Yeah, because now, what do you, okay, well, there's Eternal Darkness. Not bad. I mean, I guess that's a creative way to kind of clear the board here. And I guess the Unholy, not only the Eternal Darkness does help, although I'm not really sure how much. You got to remember that Bear Hog has Rampage, and that actually is going to end the game here. You can see Bear Hog make some maneuvers here in a moment, I believe, right? Yeah, it takes the unconventional, or at least one of many ways, and of course that does open up Griffin to swipe down to the castle to end the game thanks to his flying. So, Lich does get some redemption, so big props to Lich on that. Methods were a bit strange, though. Not really sure. He gave up the Dwarven Sharpshooter, halfway through the matchup, which was ultimately his kind of winning combination in my mind, but I mean, hey, we saw it worked out for him well anyways, moving that wolf purposely and then setting up a bunch of additional beast buffs later down the line. I'm not sure really what his deck was supposed to do, or if that's kind of the main idea of it. Certainly interesting, but again, you got a couple of different elements, or at least mainly druid elements in there from the looks of it, so maybe more of a druid-based beast deck with some pirate support in the form of sharpshooter or something else that we just didn't see in the matchup. But with that being said, I think this is going to be a good place to leave it off. A couple of great matches shown today, and yeah, nice little redemption as you mentioned for Lich in our final matchup. Alright folks, with that being said, I hope you did enjoy this edition of Cards and Castles TV commentary. Let me know what you guys thought of today's matches by leaving your thoughts down in the comments section below. Like if you enjoyed, share with your friends, and of course subscribe if you are new or haven't done so already to show your support the channel and help us grow. All by clicking the subscribe button at no additional cost to you. And that's going to do it for me for now. So, until next time guys, stay gaming.